Chapter 4. Lyric snags me around the waist and jerks me back onto the sidewalk. I fall into his body, and only his strong grip keeps me from eating the concrete. Brakes screech as tires blacken the pavement right where I'd been standing. The smell of burning rubber fills the air. Smoke billows out from the back of a Sweet Dreams ice cream truck. Whoa, that was close. First Carla came to the party, then Z attacked me. Now I'm almost roadkill. My mom used to say any day above ground is a good day. Today is proving her wrong. Nia pushes Lyric away and grabs my arm, giving me a firm shake. Don't scare me like that. You could be dead and I'd be so mad at you. Me too, says Lyric. Hyde Miller, the neighborhood ice cream guy, jumps out of the open driver's side door. His dad owns Sweet Dreams, but he just started to work there this summer. Hey! His mustardy brown eyes slowly slither over me from head to toe. I cringe. A puffy scar zigzags from his right temple to his chin. One hard tug might unzip his cheek. There are all kinds of stories about what happened. Raccoon attack, shaving gone bad, knife fight in the alley, car accident. It's an unsolved mystery, and there's no right way to ask why someone's face is jacked up. Nia plants her hands on her hips. Did you just get your license? You almost killed Justin. Her right foot taps a beat on the sidewalk. She's scary when she's angry. Did you know the speed limit in a residential area is 15 miles per hour? There's a sign? Where? Hyde tugs on the sleeves of his untucked shirt. He's wearing all black. He even has a leather glove on his left hand. He's dressed for a funeral or covert mission, not to sell ice cream. You need to be more careful, says Nia. He shouldn't run into the street without looking both ways. I could tell his mom. Hyde shoots back. I wince. Lyric's eyes cut to me, then he steps forward, glaring at Hyde. Dude, you need to check yourself. What's up with the tattling threat? It was an accident. Lyric crosses his arms. How about I tell your dad you're out here putting our lives in danger with your bad driving? Hyde's hands clench into fists at his sides. He glances down and mumbles to himself for a moment. Then his slumped shoulders pop back and he clears his throat. When he looks at me again, his eyes are eerily blank. Sorry about that. Are you okay, kid? Kid? He's not that much older than us. Maybe around 19, like my sister Victoria. Though he seems younger. I'm good. I wipe the sweat from my clammy forehead. I should have been looking where I was going. Nia's narrowed eyes run over me. I exhale a slow breath to calm my racing heart. You really okay? She whispers. I nod jerkily. That slight movement causes me to sway. Nia loops her arm through mine to steady me. Must breathe. Inhale, exhale. Hyde points a gloved finger towards Z's house. Y'all coming from there? Pfft, if you were paying any attention, you'd know where we were coming from, Nia says. She's still not over it. Hyde rolls his eyes. I didn't get to meet Z when I dropped off the cart. He's been in the news. I was hoping... What? Nia's eyes narrow. She looks Hyde up and down. A muscle ticks in his jaw. His eyes are locked on Z's house. Look, it was cool of you to deliver that ice cream, but Z doesn't need any more drama, Lyric says. He's been through a lot already, and... Stop being so nosy, Nia says while glaring at Hyde. He holds up his hands. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I heard some stuff and... Forget it. I wasn't going to bother him. My head is spinning. I tug my arm away from Nia and ease down onto the curb. I glance across the street. 2 dogs and a cat stand side by side, staring in our direction. They're so still, it's like they're not even real. They slowly back away. The hairs on the back of my neck stand up. What the? Nia peers over her shoulder to check on me. I smile weakly. It's cool she tries to look out for me, but there's no hiding this is not my best moment. I glance back toward the weird animals, and they're gone. So is the party officially over? I'm not supposed to pick up my ice cream cart until 6, but I can grab it now, says Hyde. Z wasn't feeling too good, so we rolled out a little early, says Lyric. We had to stop mid-game. You might want to wait and come back tomorrow to pick up your stuff. Hyde's head jerks around so fast I hear his neck crack. Game? You played a game? He asked, his voice going from fake deep to high-pitched. Well, Lyric rocks back on his heels. We tried to play hide and seek, but... Hyde gasps. His face is a flipbook of emotions, changing so rapidly it's hard to keep track. Excitement, fear, sadness, concern, all with that withering scar. It's alarming. The sky rumbles and a loud clap of thunder makes me jump. Dude, you okay? Lyric takes a slow step away from Hyde. Hyde shifts from foot to foot. His long, untied shoestrings dance across the ground. He stops as if he can't find the right words. Dark clouds crawl across the sky. A sudden cool breeze chills my hot body. I gotta go. His haunted gaze travels from Lyric, Nia, then to me. He spins on his heels and jumps inside the ice cream truck. It takes him a couple of attempts before he gets it running. The truck jerks forward and glides away as a creepy jingle crackles to life. High-pitched kid voices cheerfully sing, "Eat ice cream and play, eat ice cream and play, ice cream, you scream, eat ice cream and play." Then the kids scream and the song repeats. That's new music. I definitely would have remembered something that disturbing, says Nia. What just happened? Lyric's dark freckles are the only color on his pale face. Today went from weird to weirder, says Nia. I stand on wobbly legs. Time for me to roll out. I'll catch y'all later. I need space. Not outdoor space, but the space of my small, safe room. I never should have left the house anyway, but I couldn't let Mrs. Murphy and Z down. And look how that turned out. Wait, we need to talk about Z, Nia says. No, we don't. My head hurts just thinking about him. Yeah, what about all that stuff he said, Lyric asks. It sounded important. He was really scared. It was almost like he was trying to warn us. What is he? Sick? Confused? Traumatized? All three? It was probably nothing. Mrs. Murphy said he hadn't been sleeping good and Lyric groans. Aw, dude, don't turn around. Of course I have to look. A white van with Tennessee Water and electric branding on the side is parked in front of my house. A woman with a clipboard stands on my front porch. I watch as she knocks repeatedly on the door. When no one answers, she peeks inside a window. Bill collector, says Lyric. My eyes widen. How do you know? I recognize the signs, he says. They're always rolling up to my house. Different companies, but there's always a white van and someone with a clipboard. I recognize that lady, too. She stopped by my place a few times. That's not right, says Nia. He shrugs. People want their money. I hate when they just pop up, though. It's so much easier to dodge phone calls. Later afternoon and early evening are prime bill collection time. They expect people to be home, and it's Friday. She's trying to handle her business before the weekend. I massage the back of my stiff neck. Lyric and Nia know things have been hard since my mom died, but I haven't shared all the bad financial stuff. I glance around to see if any neighbors are outside watching. Everyone will know our problems. Lyric crosses his arms. How do you want to play this? I'll back you up. There are options? Asks Nia. Oh yeah, we could hit our van with some water balloons. I have my slingshot. It's worked for me. It's fine, I say quickly. I'll handle it. Might as well deal with it now. She's only going to come back another time, and I'm tired. I want to go home. I've had enough of running and hiding today. I make a mental note to tell my counselor about this decision. She'll be happy I'm choosing to confront rather than avoid. This has to be progress. Lyric and Nia exchange a glance. Then she nudges me with her shoulder. So, call me later if you want to talk or something. I nod. I won't call. She starts to say something, then stops herself. Nia knows when to back off. It's one of the things I like best about her. She turns to Lyric. We're having spaghetti for dinner. There's plenty if you want to come over, unless you have to go home. Nah. Lyric rocks back and forth on his heels. My mom's kind of busy doing stuff tonight. I could work with noodles and sauce. Lyric's mom works late, when she works at all. Since his folks aren't around, Nia and her parents make sure he has a place to eat and hang out. I just have to be home before dark, he says. Did you know there are more than 600 shapes of pasta? Nia asks. Lyric turns to me, his eyebrows arched. I shrug. He's on his own now. I did not know that, he says as they walk away. You're not gonna list them all, are you? She tugs him down the street. He peeks over his shoulder. Hey, we're still on for the mall tomorrow, right? I totally forgot about that. All I want to do is hide out in my house. But a while ago, Lyric asked me to go check out instruments with him. Yeah, sure. Cool. And we could talk more about Z, he yells back as they cut across an overgrown lawn and disappear around tall oak trees lining the street. The sky spits out raindrops, but I stay on the cracked sidewalk until my shirt becomes so damp it clings to my body. With one last look at Z's hauntingly still house, I force myself to move. As I walk down the sidewalk, a police car drives by again. They should have been patrolling when Z went missing. I glare, but not openly, because that would be dumb. I stop next to my tilted mailbox. If there was a contest for the most neglected house on the block, mine would win. The color is a dingy white, and the black shutters hang off the windows. Since Mom died, my sister Victoria and I have kind of let things go. Mom wouldn't like it, but it's not really home anymore, not without her. The utilities woman turns and freezes when she sees me in the driveway. Exhaling a deep breath, I walk toward her. She flicks her long blonde braid over her shoulder as she marches down the steps. Her face is red from the heat, and the color matches the shirt tucked inside her dark jeans. Her clothing is casual, but her expression is all business. She holds up a clipboard, and there is a large sweat stain under her arm. You live here? She asked. Yeah. Are your parents around? My jaw tightens. I don't have parents. My dad left a long time ago. He has a new wife and new kids, a new life, and my mom is dead. The woman's eyes narrow. So you live here by yourself? There's no adult? My older sister, I say quickly. The last thing I need is for her to file a report with some child agency saying I'm an unsupervised minor. She's either at school or work. She'll be home later. Well, she studies the papers on her clipboard. I need to speak to an adult about some billing concerns. I swallow hard and remain silent. I'm clearly not an adult, so I don't know what to tell her. Maybe she'll just leave so Victoria and I can come up with a plan to deal with this. The woman sighs. Look, I'm not supposed to do this since you're unsupervised, but it's Friday and I want to go home, and I have to turn in my weekly report. She tugs some papers off her clipboard. This is your bill. She hands them to me. I stare at the document. My eyes widen. $1,854, I whisper. We're that far behind? Once Mom's savings ran out, we fell behind on our bills. We still haven't recovered. The woman shifts from foot to foot. She glances at a laminated card taped to her clipboard. At Tennessee Water and Electric, we understand that sometimes customers fall behind on their bills due to unexpected and inconvenient circumstances. My hand clenches, crumbling the papers. I wonder what category Mom's death would fall under. Unexpected or inconvenient? We want to work with you to keep your energy costs down and help you manage your bill. Ending your service is always the last resort, as this would make it difficult to later reinstate your account, she reads. No electricity? No water? We can't live here if they turn everything off. What would we do? Where would we go? I blink hard. The woman is blurry. Inhale, exhale, chest burns. Are you okay? She asks. I stagger past her and onto my porch. My trembling fingers fumble with the door lock, and after several tries, I'm able to get inside. My breath is loud in my ears. I slam the door closed. The world tilts back and forth as I stumble down the hall and into my room. I bump my nightstand, and a puzzle box falls to the floor, scattering pieces all around me. Gasping, I fall forward onto my bed, and a deafening cry erupts out of me. Everything is so messed up. I ball up the bill and hurl it across the room. $1,854. I punch my pillow. Carla's face swims through my vision. My fist pounds the pillow again. Z's chant rings in my ears. He's supposed to be my friend, but he's different now. Scary. The real Z might never come back. Punch, punch, punch. Sweat trickles down my face. If my mom were here, she'd know what to do. She'd make everything better. But she's gone. Everybody leaves. Nothing stays the same. Nothing fits anymore. I wish I could disappear. I rub my chest and gaze at the picture next to the baseball trophies on my dresser. My mom's smiling and healthy face stares back at me. What would she think if she saw me like this? She wanted me to be strong, but I'm not. I'm sorry, Mom, my voice cracks. Time ticks away as I finally regain control. So much for my month-long record of no major panic attacks. With a weary sigh, I climb off the bed and one by one place the puzzle pieces back inside the box. Landscapes and space scenes were my favorite, but my mom loved the wildlife and food designs. Every night, even when she was sick, we'd work on a different puzzle. We completed all of them, except I tugged the piece from my pocket and stared at it. It's blue and orange, a tiny portion of the sun setting behind a mountain. I press it to my heart. Mom, 397 days. Eventually, exhaustion swallows me up. I crawl back to my bed, determined to forget today. As I drift into a restless sleep, Z's creepy words overtake me, almost as if he's whispering in my ear. In some deep corner of my mind, I realize this isn't Z's voice. Now's my time to seek and play. New rules you'll have to learn and obey. Get ready for mischief to begin, one by one until I win. Tonight begins the game of sorrow. The fears begin when you wake tomorrow. Oh man, that was a really sad chapter. Please join me for the next one.